What's up, YouTube? DnF Duel Beta 2 releasing on Friday is basically an April Fool's joke. Yeah, it does release today on the 1st of April, but not until 7 p.m. PST. I hadn't noticed that before, and then when I decided to look and see what time is that again for me on the East Coast, 10 p.m. 2 hours away from April 2nd. So technically, you can be ready to play this on April 2nd. Because 2 hours of April 1st is not releasing on April 1st. That's no. While you wait, here are the patch notes if you haven't seen them. There are, not that many patch notes. There's, a couple of changes for each of the characters. Maybe one to remove the infinite that Grappler had. And some buffs for pretty much every other character. A pretty nice buff for me, for my character, Dragon Knight. And then we get the Ghostblade character added to the game for this beta. So I'll probably be playing Ghostblade mostly. I'll definitely be playing Dragon Knight to see if I can feel any of the changes they made to her. So for all characters, walk movement speed has been increased for forward walking. The mobility of the game was a little low. I didn't really feel like that. I felt like the game felt pretty solid, but I'm not going to complain about a movement speed increase. I think that any mobility that you can add to the game will always make the games more fun to play. Mobility is one of the most fun things in games. If you look at different things that they add to games or remove from games, it seems that when they remove mobility from games become less fun, at least for me, and I don't know, a lot of other people. Fortnite just added mobility to their game in place of building, which made the game a little more fun. While you're running around, you get to press more buttons, sliding and sprinting and mantling and all that kind of stuff. Different mobility options, right? Apex Legends has a lot of mobility options, a lot of different things that maybe were unintended that they left in the game that are fun to do for a lot of people. Some people don't like them because they can't do them, but that's besides the point. When you take away mobility, it becomes a little less fun to play. Berserker, Blood Riven, can now hit downed opponents. So I'm assuming that's like a move where he swings down with his large sword and it probably slams into the ground. That did not hit downed opponents. You could probably get a knockdown and get a combo extension off of like an OTG or something. Striker's 1-inch punch, damage, and guard break values have been increased. Tornado kick, hit stun, and guard stun have been increased. So she got buffed. Striker was already a godlike character, now she got buffed. Grappler's seismic crash startup has been decreased. Fling can now endure up to 3 attacks and can be guarded while standing when it is being charged, excluding awakening move. It cannot armor through supers. If you see him doing that and you have super and you want to punish him for it, or he's about to die, supering is probably a good idea. Oh, and his spiral hammer increased the recovery and bound height. So this probably will stop him from having the infinite that he had in the first version of the beta. Never seen a grappler with an infinite. That was pretty wild. Inquisitor, Summary Justice, the second hit's knockback distance has been increased, so she got nerfed here. I assume in mid-screen, when you get hit with this move, you'll get knocked further away from her. So she won't be able to follow up as easily or pressure you as easily on wake up, maybe. Has to do a little more work there. Ranger, Deadly Approach. The last hit will now force the opponent to be knocked down upon a grounded hit. So anytime your character is standing on the ground and you get hit by this move, you'll be knocked down by it. Instead of maybe left standing, I assume this would have left you standing before. So you get knocked down upon a grounded hit. Dragon Knight, MP recovery speed has been increased, so it means my meter will come back faster. MP refers to the magic points like in an RPG, and that's what that is. So your MP recovery speed has been increased, so your meter will come back faster. It will increase even more when awakened, so when you're awakened, even faster. Dragon Wing, I assume this is the flight move for her, where she flies. Recovery has been decreased, so I'll be able to act faster out of it once I use it. So like when you run up to somebody and you do flight, then you can act sooner without having to maybe get punished for doing flight in someone's face. Flight can fly over it flies over lows, so that's the good thing about it. But it got buffed, so I'm not complaining. Caracol, white damage upon being guarded has been increased, so Hitman got a little buff right here to hit the amount of white damage that he can do to a character. Kunoichi, Heavenly Fire Blast, the first hit can now hit downed opponents, so she has an OTG move too, along with Berserker. Vanguard's Earth Shatter, the first hit's guard stun has been increased, so you might not want to block that move as much. Maybe they want to make it so that you can, have an easier time maybe guard breaking someone. I don't know. Sacred Upper for the Crusader, MP recovered upon the second hit has been increased, so that's a buff there. Saint Counter, decreased recovery, so you're not left standing there looking stupid for as long if you just do a counter and nobody swings at you. So in the last version of the beta, if you did not play the PS4 version and you were playing on the PS5 and you had a PlayStation 4 arcade controller, you couldn't use it. Which is my case, where I had to use the PlayStation 5 controller, which wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad experience by any means, but I would have preferred to play on stick. So I'll be able to actually do that now because they fixed the problem, or they've turned on PS4 arcade controller support on the PS5 version of the game now. So everybody that wants to use an arcade controller that has a PS4 controller, a PS4 arcade controller, PS4 stick, if you may, can use their PS4 stick on PS5 now. So I'll probably be playing on stick this time around and not playing on controller. There are other various bug fixes, and stability has been increased, whatever that means. Other things, age rating has been certified in Germany. It can now be played in Germany. So I guess they didn't have the first beta, and now they can play the beta in Germany. So we'll have more opponents to fight, and it'll be cool to see if we have good connection with people from Germany, because I've definitely played people from Korea and like Japan. I swear I've had to play people from overseas, and it did not feel terrible to play at all. I don't know, maybe it didn't feel good for them. I'm not sure. I don't know what their side looked like, but on my side, all I know is that I had a good connection. It was leagues better than playing someone from Japan in Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear's netcode is great, but going to Japan to play, like going to the Japan server side to play and trying to play somebody, you can tell that you guys don't have a great connection. At least I live on the East Coast. Maybe it's better on the West Coast for people playing against people in Japan. So it depends on where you are, but I had a great experience playing against every person that I played against. I don't think I had any matches that were like, I can't do this, I need to leave this match, I'm not having fun because of this like terrible connection. Like I didn't have any of that. I guess I'll see you guys when DnF Duel drops tomorrow night, and slide by the Twitch and watch me play at twitch.tv/EyeonFGC. And also I'll be posting match videos and stuff from the stream, and probably off stream matches here on the channel for everybody to take a look at. Everybody's going to be learning the game together with no training mode, so it's kind of like playing in an arcade machine, a brand new arcade machine getting put down in the arcade. So yeah, if you want to Google the rest of my stuff, just Google EyeonFGC, just like that, and all my stuff will come up. My Twitch and my YouTube should be the top 2 links, so that's the fastest way for you to find me if you need to find my channel. If you forget the thing, you can definitely Google me, which is pretty cool. So all right, I'll see you guys online on DnF Duel tonight. Peace.